fugitive radioactive nucleotides. 10 nom, ring a bell? Technologically enhanced, naturally occurring radioactive materials. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you YouTube, thank you subscribers, viewers and supporters of PokCik channel. Welcome to the world of environmental auditing. If you are involved in conducting technical environmental audits for certification bodies, government agencies, corporates or as internal auditors, and you need to verify compliance of those pollution control equipments such as dust collector, scrubbers, etc., and including the wastewater treatment systems, then this video is for you. This video is part 0, as you could see, so it will be inshallah made up of several parts, which is designed to assist auditors as to what to look for when they have to verify operational conformance of those technical nature of pollution control equipments. So let us begin. Well, this was the slide cover for this training subject over 20 years. My gratitude hence goes to the Department of Environment Malaysia, the International Ocean Institute, and the late Dr. Elizabeth Man Bagezi. Okay, let's move on. I considered to summarize the scopes of environmental audit into 3. 1. Auditing the EMS systems, like those which are conducted related to the EMS certifications, such as ISO 14001, BS 7754, AMAS, etc. The second one is the technical audit, usually involving verifications of pollution control equipments and those activities or processes which generate or release those pollutants. The third is the legal conformance. Well, in the Malaysian context, this audit focuses on the level of conformance to the legal standards. In Malaysia, for example, the common legal standards are the Environmental Quality Acts 1974 and all their subsidiary regulations, terms and conditions of the EIA approvals, licenses, permits, etc. So what is this video about? Auditing pollution control equipment, which may be part of the audit scope for the first and third type. Well, here's what we are expected to look closely in my videos. I would be delivering this by using layman terms, as some auditors whom I've met before were not from the environmental background, so don't worry, you're going to be there. However, you need to learn. You need to appreciate this equipment. At least you need to understand their name, their function, and their basic operational principles. So if this is what you need, please subscribe to this channel, and by doing so you won't miss anything. So we have an array, literally, of environmental technical equipment which are designed to manage those environmental aspects by fulfilling compliance obligations and addressing risk and opportunity. Ring a bell? Alright, let's open the door and see the subject of our audit. It's all about pollution control. So what is pollution? Please read and observe this. It's a definition by engineers, environmental engineers. I believe we are all well exposed, or at least are aware of pollution. We have seen numerous documentaries, or some of you even studied this, What's the key word here? Undesirable change that is detrimental to the environment, to the ecosystem. All its dwellers, components, or better known as inhabitants. We are all inhabitants of this ecosystem called the Earth. And any undesirable change that we make are affecting our fellow inhabitants. Here's how pollutants are spread from one form to another, from one place to the other. We are the producer of pollutants, inevitably, isn't it? This diagram represents a huge topic, really. Ecological sciences. Air, water, and land are the main media of our environment or ecosystem. They consist of natural resources. We rely on and use these resources, and they are interacting. When one is polluted, degraded, or depleted, it will affect the other. Let's take an example. Let's assume that I am a coal mining company. Where do I mine for coal? Certain rock structures of this earth, of course, which contain abundance of bituminous or subbituminous work. Well, inevitably anthracite at times. So how do I start? Blast for these rocks. Well, in this case, I'm citing the surface mining technique for this example. What do I use to blast these rocks? Explosives. What does it contain? Well, I believe TNT. Now, what is generated from the blast then? Radiant heat. Noise loud enough to cause damage. Vibration that shakes and rupture the earth's surfaces and bedrocks. Toxic smoke and fumes. Boulders, broken rocks, and dust. Well, to name a few. The blasting that I just explained is the upstream of a product life cycle, and the product is coal stone. So the toxic fumes and smoke are emitted from the blast sites on the ground into the air and into the atmosphere. So from land into the air. Now, what are they? Sulfur oxides, perhaps. Oxides of nitrogen, like nitrogen dioxide, carbon dioxide, inclusive carbon monoxide, fugitive radioactive nucleotides, TENOM, ring a bell? Technologically enhanced, naturally occurring radioactive materials, metal oxides, mineral oxides, and God knows what else. From the mining land into the air. Then what? Thanks to our meteorological sciences, they will all participate in our climatic factors. They may be blown somewhere. These air impurities, or air pollutants as we often call them, will interact with the moisture in the atmosphere. If air pressure is conducive, they may participate to form clouds. Well, as you know, water vapor has surface tension. Then these air impurities, as it enters the air media called atmosphere, will get coagulated and forms part of the cloud. Then what? Again, the meteorological magic. It rains and fall as precipitation onto grounds which can be far away from those blasting sites, thus causing soil pollution, perhaps in urban areas, thus causing damage to civil structure, or on farmlands, thus contaminating crops or grazing areas, or on water surfaces, thus causing pollution to marine waters or rivers, lakes, catchment areas, and of course my club swimming pool. Then we have it. Well, not all. The problem begins on land, then polluted the air, then contaminate water, and so on. I believe you have a deep thought about what are its other downstream effects to make up for the complete life cycle of the coal product. This is the basis of life cycle thinking, as ISO 14001 version 2015 call it life cycle perspective. Auditors, I believe you could master this if you want to be the environmental auditor. Well, some of my viewers are already there, I suppose. Well, let's not spend the whole day interpreting this diagram. The moral of it is, pollutants are not destroyed. We simply convert them from one form to the other, transfer them from one place to the other, because energy is not destroyed, right? So pollution control equipment is being deployed or installed for what? Convert them, concentrate them into manageable forms, and not allowed to be released into any of these environmental media as radical environmental pollutants. So this pollution control equipment must operate as per design and customized specifically to control those pollutants in an engineered manner. So environmental auditors needs to know what to look for in each of these pollution control system or equipment. Well, at this point, I believe you have understood that anything that released into the environment will eventually come back. It will come back not in the same form, but other forms. It could be our drinking water, it could be our food, it could be the beef that we eat, or in Malaysia it could be the durian Musang King. I believe at this point you are ready to get into details. Stay tuned until we meet in the next video. Please be kind enough to subscribe, like, share and comment. And I end this video with all the best wishes to you, and for my Muslim brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.